I'm finally doing this fucking video. There's a video of me drunk singing to cows. So, 1,000 subscribers, let's go, and I'll show you that video. Wow, this is gonna be a long video. So I just drove to the middle of like a secluded forest where there's no hiking trails or anything. And I load all my stuff to film a video about my car, and there's a family hiking out here. But like, there's nothing out here. Like, what's the fuck? Okay guys, round 2 of trying to film this thing because I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere and a family decides to come and hike exactly where I want to film. This is hot. Yeah, the rat is fucking cooking. I'm probably gonna cook my ass on it. So, I can also, how about, oh, that's hot as tits. All right. I'll let it cool down and just chill like this. Okay, so, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Sammy B here with my 1999 Toyota Solara. If you watched my engine haul series, I did an engine overhaul last year, and spider! Why is there so many goddamn bugs? They are all over me. God fucking damn it. Wasting footage, wasting battery. How do I get in my engine? Like, I don't wanna like sit on something hot. This is not going good. Oh, fucking horsefly. God damn it, this is a horrible idea. Where do I sit, you guys? Oh, there's a horsefly on my head. Fuck me, this is the worst. Okay, I can't even like stand in one place and think. Fucking rad's too hot. I'm Spider-Man. God, this is so like unnatural. My intro was like the best intro I've ever done too. Okay, stop complaining, just do the fucking video. Okay, first of all, I hope you guys can hear me. I know it's a little windy, maybe I should bring it up more. Like, what am I fucking doing? This thing isn't gonna start when I go to leave. Yay! Okay. Hopefully I don't burn myself or get any second-degree burns, but what the fuck am I doing? This looks horrible. So, I'll try to talk louder, and I don't give a fuck if someone's hiking in here. My name is Sammy B, and I'll just use the intro I already did. She still runs after doing an engine overhaul. There's a 1MZ-FE engine. God, I hope that wind isn't too loud. It probably is. I really apologize, but I'm not doing this. I meant to make this video like literally a year ago, so I'm just fucking doing it now. There's so many bugs. Okay. I have a 1MZ-FE engine in my 1999 Toyota Solara, and it did not need an engine rebuild. It did not need to be overhauled, but I wanted to learn mechanics. So what better way than to tear apart your car engine, your daily driver, and learn. I recommend not tearing apart your daily driver, but it was my only vehicle, so I didn't really have a choice other than to not tear it apart. So fuck, I feel like Spider-Man. So basically, if you haven't checked out my overhaul series, go check it out. It was full of learning experiences, and I'm very proud of what I accomplished. There's some things that I'm not proud of, but I guess you don't know until you try and learn. So, and I had no idea what would be involved with an engine overhaul. Let's get to the video. Basically what this video is behind the scenes to my Sammy B's engine overhaul series. So I want to tell you a couple stories about what happened behind the scenes. All that kind of stuff that you don't see in the video. I wanted it to be as real as it could. It might even be a little too real for some people, but don't be scared. Because some of the best things in life are when you challenge yourself. I don't regret doing it, but sometimes when I just listen to it, it doesn't quite sound like it used to, and I sometimes wonder if I maybe did worse to it than if I would have left it. However, the main reason why I tore it apart was because I had to change the timing belt, which was 200,000 kilometers overdue. and the head gaskets were leaking. A little. Nothing major. They weren't broken. It just started to leak. So I caught it just in time. I'm like literally looking to see if there's a bear over there. I don't know why I'm scared. So I have a list. That's why I have my phone, so that I don't really forget to say anything, but I can't believe I'm actually doing this video. I feel like I'm gonna forget a lot of stuff. And this is like so not comfortable to do the video, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I don't even know where to start. I never had a garage or anything to do this in. No concrete floor. It was a floor made of sand. So if you drop a bolt, that's gonna be fucking fun to find. So yeah, I had tarps and stuff. Like, I just wanna say I'm very grateful to have been able to use the garage as working space, but it was not ideal to do such a fine mechanic job. Clean, you need it to be clean. It was by no means clean. It was very messy. I don't know if you saw in the videos, but it was very cluttered. Of course, it was not my ideal place to do an engine overhaul, but it was my only option. So it was either take it or leave it. So I took it. Which you could do more damage if you work in an unclean area, because you could get lots of dirt, dust, whatever in your parts. And this engine was still from factory. I am 100% sure I was the first person to ever take my engine apart. The spark plugs might have been changed, but other than that, like, no issues any way whatsoever. And I'm very proud of this. It's hot. The area that we were working in, I was not impressed. I was not a fan. It was very difficult to wheel the engine hoist around because, oh, why was there a fucking ant on me? We got the job done. I don't know if it caused any more issues, but there was that. I got my best friend to teach me how to tear apart my engine. He's not a mechanic or certified or went to school, nothing. He's just self-taught mechanic. That's not a bad thing, but there were some things he didn't know, and if I'm being totally honest here, he does not like Toyota. So there were a few arguments about, you know, working on my car and him not really caring as much as he maybe should have because it was a Toyota. And I know that doesn't really make sense, but sometimes you let your feelings get the best of you. So it was a little bit difficult with that, you know. I guess there'd be like the odd comments, like him dissing Toyota, like, oh, well, a Jeep has this and Toyota's this. And I'm like, yeah, but I've never had to tear my engine apart. How many times have you tear apart your Jeep? Oh, there's a bee! All jokes aside, we managed to get through it. I will not lie. There were a lot of arguments, a lot of fighting, and that's not something I was expecting. I guess I didn't think that I was very short-tempered when it came to working on mechanics, but I am, apparently. I need to just chill. I need to relax, and I need to tell I just keep thinking there's a bear behind me, I don't know why. I need to tell myself that everything's gonna be okay. Parts are not cheap for these things. I did not realize that coming into this project. I did not go into this project thinking about the cost. I was like, I got a big savings account, I got my student loan if anything happens, but I did not realize that I would be putting literally thousands of dollars into my engine rebuild. Yeah, it was thousands, and at the time I had the money. I did have to dip a little bit into my line of credit. Not that I want to share my fucking financial situation with the world. I'm not rich by any means. This is so fucking awkward. Yeah, it was expensive, so be warned. I'm warning you right now. There were, okay, I'll like skip to the middle. There was this, I think it was like some sort of pulley. It was like this big, and it was it a crankshaft pulley? a crankshaft gear. I don't know, it was like this fucking big. It was like really thick metal, and we fucking snapped it. Pardon my I don't know, I'm just gonna swear, I don't fucking care. We snapped it. And that was like halfway, not even half, that was past halfway through getting this thing done, where my patience was gone. Like at the beginning to like the middle, every little thing that went wrong, I would get pissed off about. Like, because also, I guess I didn't mention, the garage we were working in was like 45 minutes out of town, and I don't know where you're from watching this, but that's a long fucking drive when you have to go 45 minutes to town to get one screw or bolt that you snapped and drive all the way back. Like half your day is gone. And half the time I had to get parts ordered in from Toyota because they didn't stock them. But I will say, in the beginning when I realized I started to, I guess I had to get a quote first. I dealt with the best of the best Toyota parts guys in the whole entire world. I am incredibly grateful for his advice, his support, his help, just putting up with me, seeing me all the time, because every fucking day we would break something new. And it was, let's just say I made a good Toyota friend, and I'm very grateful for that relationship. But it was a relationship built on very expensive meetings. And if I had to tell you a little secret, he was very good looking too. So I guess breaking parts wasn't that bad. I think it took a full 2 months, was it? Something like that. Fuck, felt like a year. It was a large house. It was a brand new, it was a addition, brand new house. Either way, we were going to sleep in some spare rooms in the basement. But I kid you not, the spiders in that basement were as bad as this fucking ant pile down here. They were everywhere. Like, you go to walk into the bedroom and there was like, down the hall it's like spider, 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 and then like on the door trim it's like spider, spider, spider. It's like, I couldn't do it. I fucking couldn't do it. I literally, like, I couldn't sleep in that house. So we slept in a car for 2 whole months. Yeah, literally lived out of a car for 2 months. Not this car. I mean, I did sleep in this car a few nights too. God, that was, I thought I was gonna die of like carbon monoxide poisoning because it was like parked in the garage. It wasn't running, but silly me. I bet these people think I am fucking weird. I will not lie, there were some very beautiful thunderstorms that we got to watch in the car at night. I got some amazing shots, which I should insert right here. We slept in a car the whole time because the house was full of spiders, and it was funny because I joke with my coworker that I was sleeping in a car the whole time, but he didn't believe me, but I was actually sleeping in a car the whole time. Ha ha ha. I think my coworker said something once like, I'm fucking tired. I really should have chose a better fucking spot. I think there was this one time where he's like, I'm so tired. I'm like, yeah, me too. I slept in a car. I have been sleeping in a car for a month. And I think he just kind of like thought I was kidding. I wasn't kidding, which was really funny. I don't think I actually told him I was sleeping in a car until the very end when I was like, by the way, I wasn't kidding. I was sleeping in a car that whole time. And he's like, what? So that, I guess it says it's funny. It was kind of funny. I feel like there's stuff crawling all over me. Okay, oh yeah, so there was this one day, actually it was probably like a couple months ago. Oh, fuck, this hurts. I literally said, why didn't I just buy a new... What? I don't know. Why didn't I just buy a new engine for $3,000? Then Brian's like, because yeah, you can get these rebuilt for $3,000. I spent more than that. Okay, but for real though, like I got like a new fucking What's this thing called? That shows you how much I learned. No. I know what it is. What is this thing? Brake booster. Got like a new brake booster, new AC thing, like AC compressor. Yeah, new stuff. Okay. Yeah, so I was like, why didn't I just, like, yeah, the other day I was just thinking, like, why the fuck didn't I just get a new engine for $3,000? And Brian's like, because you wanted to rebuild it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that's right. It was funny. If I would have known how expensive my car parts truly are, I think I still would have done it, but I had no idea what kinds of things that I would run into. And even as much as a fuse or relay is $160. Okay. Okay. So, what the fuck was it? We took my car into Toyota because something. Oh, the AC cap things, I think, or something. I don't remember. And that morning when I went to take it in, my signal lights stopped working. That's never happened before. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what the hell? Like, my car has never, I would call it a glitch. It's never glitched out before I did my engine. Like, ever since I'd done my engine, things just started going. And you're probably saying, like, that's what happens when you start touching things and messing around with things. Well, it is true. It's fucking so true. I don't think any of this has been a coincidence. So that day, my blinkers went and I had to go to Toyota anyways. So I joked around because we're like talking, oh, it's probably like a fuse or something. And I'm like, knowing Toyota, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like, I don't know, I think I said like, it's gonna be like $100 for this fucking fuse. Totally joking, right? And it turns out it was $160. He's like, oh, it's actually 160. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck is one fuse $160? So, after everything, we went out in the parking lot to find this fuse to see if it was actually blown. And, okay, maybe that was the price of the relay, but anyways, we went to find the fuse to see if it was actually blown. We did this in the Toyota parking lot because we're like, fuck it, I want to know. And we found the fuse and we got the little plier things and I was trying to pull it so fucking hard, and then I lost the tweezer things. We just said fuck it, and I turned my car on and they worked. So I don't know if it was like a loose connection, but they worked after we like just touched it. And I was like, what the? I was like, Brian, that doesn't even make sense. And he's like, don't question it. The Toyota gods blessed you. We're in the Toyota parking lot. And I was like, I'm just gonna do all my mechanic work in the Toyota parking lot because this is... Did you guys hear that? Okay. Major thing we discovered while doing my engine is that the 1MZ-FE engines are absolutely incredible. Oh, yes, they are. It was such... I should read better. It was in such good shape. It was in better shape than a friend's brand new Jeep engine. So he had like literally a brand new Jeep, and my fucking engine, 327,000 km on it, was in hell of a lot better shape than his engine. Like when we went to hone the cylinders, there was still like the fucking factory honing marks on the cylinder walls, which was beautiful to see. The oil was still clean and it was due for another change, which reminds me, I'm also due for an oil change right now. I highly recommend this engine more than anything, and that is so true. This has been the best engine I could have ever asked for. The best car I could have ever asked for. Knock on wood. It's never left me stranded. Wow. Such a crazy feeling to think that we actually did it. And there were so many times where I wanted or thought that we were going to give up. I was going to give up a lot of times. And that's true. There were definitely a few times where I just felt like calling a tow truck and getting somebody else to do it, because a lot of the times even Brian didn't really know what he was doing. And I felt kind of alone in that moment, where I had my engine completely fucking apart and no one knew what the fuck to do. And it scared me. I mean, I thought that I would never be able to run this thing again. And sometimes I still wonder if it will ever run the same again. It won't ever run the same again. But I guess I'm worried that it won't run the same again in a bad way. And I don't know. It still runs, but I still worry about it. It's not as quiet as it used to be, but I guess Brian's answer to that is that because everything is clean and not full of gunk, there wasn't even that much gunk in there. It's louder. There's not as much to muffle the sound. I don't know if that's true or not. It kind of sounds like bullshit to me. So I'm very proud of everything I learned. I know that's not the end of the stories. I'm pretty sure a fucking goddamn mouse ate this, so I'm pissed about that. I want to get a new hood liner. Video interview in front of my car with hood up. How about in my car looking like Spoderman? Tear rags. Oh yes. Okay, you know those blue shop towels you can get in the rolls? Of course you do. They are fucking perfect for tears and crying. I'm not even joking at all. They were so good for crying, like a Kleenex. You just blow your nose once, wipe some tears away, done, garbage, you need a new one. These fucking shop towels, even one, like, I was fucking crying a lot of the time. Worked amazing. Like, you could have one, like, for an hour and you didn't have to change. Like, I know that sounds really terrible, but it's true. Shop towels work amazing for crying. Oh yes, the drop-off zone. So if you watch my video, you probably know about the drop-off zone. Trademark, copyright, Sammy B. Not really, but I made it up, so just saying. The drop-off zone, you know how, like, I'm not trying to be sexist, but boys, when they work on engines, they fucking leave like tools here and here and here, and you're like spending 12 hours looking for the 10 mil. Not with me. I have designated drop-off zones. So I would put like a little blue just shop towels somewhere in here, and that's the drop-off zone. That's where you put the tool when you're done using with it, even if it's just for 5 seconds. And it worked awesome. Even though Brian will never admit it. Okay, change blades often. I think that's like when I was scraping up my gaskets. Blades are cheap, just fucking change them, because I think I was working with a dull one for a long time and I didn't realize it was dull until I switched to a new one and I was like, holy shit, this works amazing. Fuck, I'm like sketching out. I don't even know why. So anyways, change your blades often. Oh yeah, when we were done, like I was fucking... Just saying, if there's a bear, I'm dashing in my car. When we were done, I was fucking covered in this like rash. And I don't know where it came from, and it was so weird. I've never had anything like it before. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was from sleeping in the car or working in that shop, but I was fucking covered in this gross ass rash. It was disgusting. Add that to when I'm crying in my fucking shop rags. I'm covered in a rash. This thing isn't gonna start. It's so fun working with me. No, it actually is fun working with me. I learned a lot. I'm not gonna be a spaz case next time I do this. Not as much of a spaz case. And I don't plan on rebuilding this for a long time, right baby? You and me, together forever. There were a lot of days I came into work and I was just... I wouldn't say I was in a bad mood, but not the happiest of Samara happy moods, which, if you know me, I am a very happy person. My coworker would be like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be done this weekend. And like he said that every weekend for like 2 months straight. That made it kind of hard, but anyways, this one day he goes to me, you might not have a car, but at least you're pretty. I had a series on here about the Toyota engine that me and Tyler rebuilt. The series is gone right now, but in the first episode, maybe I'll even insert a clip right here. I say, are you removing the rat hose? So we remove the air intake. And now we are draining the antifreeze.
Red hose.
Moving the red hose?
Mm-hmm.
And I look back at that clip and I'm like, duh! But really, I had no idea what anything was back then. Tyler was an amazing teacher, even though half the time when I would ask him, what is that? Where does that go? What does that do? He'd say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
So here's the truck. I'm probably gonna end up sinking this truck. Because I'm probably gonna end up sinking this truck. Because I'm probably gonna end up sinking this truck. I'm probably gonna end up sinking this truck. I don't know how to do it. I don't know the procedure. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm loosening.
If you feel,
the honest truth, Samara, that's the scary part.
if you feel any of those emotions, please continue watching this video. But he was an amazing mechanic, just naturally good at it. I wish. And then Brian was also a very good teacher as well. So I'm very grateful for those two people to teach me what I know about mechanics. A lot of the times I would call Toyota to, like, you know, get a part, and I wouldn't even have to say my name. They would just be like, oh, hi, Samara. So that was kind of cool. You know, I felt like Toyota celebrity. Okay, in episode 4, where I talk about deciding to either go with aftermarket or OEM, after rebuilding the engine, I realized that we had some problems with getting aftermarket parts. They ended up sending the wrong part, which set us back a while, and in my opinion, it may or may not be worth it. I've also experienced problems unrelated to this video with headlights not fitting because they are aftermarket. Basically, what I figured out is Solaris are very picky, and you should try to always go with OEM, but just make sure you have enough money. I stand by that, that's true. I think it was an oil pump, and they fucking sent us the wrong one, and I was pissed because it was like a month to get a new one in, and I did not want to be out there for another goddamn month with my engine open. So we checked. Thank God for my Toyota guy told us to check the tolerances, make sure they're within spec, and you can put it back in. I was not happy with that fucking choice though, because the engine was already apart, and if I need a new— get off my fucking toe! Oh, there's blood everywhere, fuck's sakes. I hope nobody stops. What are you doing? You need help? No. Do you want my autograph? Didn't think so. Okay. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah, like the new oil pump. Like I wasn't gonna reopen my engine just a month later to put a new oil pump in. So I really hope that that doesn't go anytime soon. So that I was relatively comfortable. Nice. Anyways. Yeah, aftermarket hasn't really been the best option for this kind of vehicle, so some of the scenes might be really long, like episode 4 where we're just constantly cleaning parts, but I wanted to show the realness of everything and how long it takes. And even though some of the clips might be a little bit boring or tedious, I think that this is a great way to show what all is involved when you're overhauling an engine. That's true. A lot of people would probably look at those videos and be like, oh my god, like why would you put this in here? I want to show you guys what's actually involved. It's not all fun and games. It's a lot. The cleaning took so fucking long, but you can have a couple drinks while you clean because you don't really have to focus on, you know, puzzle piecing and stuff. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, there was some— Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, there were some nights where I got drunk and sang to cows. Should I insert here? I don't know. Are you subscribed? Help me reach 1,000 subscribers, and maybe I'll insert that clip one day. There's a video of me drunk singing to cows. So, 1,000 subscribers, let's go, and I'll show you that video. Our Toyota parts guy lent us the engine overhaul of the manual. I think it was for this car or for the engine, but it was like that thick. Because he's like, oh, do you have the book or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I got the Haynes manual. He's like, oh, no, this is the Bible. And I was like, what? And he just lent it to us, and it was so expensive too. I think it was like, I don't even know, a $300 book? I'm not sure. He's just like, here you go, you need it more than we do right now, so you can borrow it as long as you need. And I'm like, thank you. Don't think we could have done a lot of it without that book. It had a lot of specs that my Haynes manual didn't. I like how I just look like a chubby little bunny right now. I guess I lost some footage of like painting my heads. I don't know where the fuck that footage went, but I remember filming it. I don't know. There was a lot of footage I feel like is gone and I don't know where it went. There were a lot of parts that I needed. Like, of course, when I prepaid for like the big kit, which was like gaskets, piston rings, bearings, that bill came out to about, yeah, I think it was like just under $3,000 or something like that. I don't know, 1,500. I don't remember how much it was, but it was a fuck ton of money. And of course I had to prepay before they ordered it in. But throughout the process of building my engine, if I needed more parts, the guys at Toyota would be like, you don't have to prepay, it's fine. You spent enough money already, like we know you'll pay. So I would just order a part, go pick it up, like I didn't have to prepay or anything. It was amazing. I'm glad that they trusted me with that because it saved us obviously a lot of time coming in. And actually, after everything, even a couple months ago, I wanted to get like a Toyota hat, a Toyota shirt. Why didn't I wear that for this video? Good job, Samara. I was like, do you guys sell that kind of merch? He's like, please. You spent enough money here. You can have whatever the fuck you want. So I got like 2 free hats. I got some free shirts. It was sweet. It was a sweet deal. Some sick merch. So this one night, I think it was the night where I was drunk singing to the cows. I was like, okay, I want to go for a fucking walk by myself. I was probably mad at my car and Brian. So I wanted to go for a walk. It was night, somewhere where I wasn't familiar with, and I needed bear protection. So I grabbed like a head bolt or something, and I was like, yeah, this will help save me if a bear comes. Stab him in the eye. Yep, that was my logic. So the next day or that night, I guess Brian was like looking for that bolt and he couldn't find it. The next day he found it on the counter in the house we were working in, and he's like, what is this doing here? I was like, oh, that was my bear bolt to protect me from bears. And he's like, how the hell does that protect you from bears? And I'm like, I don't know. This was such a crazy experience that I never thought that I would do. I mean, honestly, I've kind of always secretly wanted to learn mechanics, but I knew that I could never go to school for it. Maybe not necessarily could, but I didn't want to. After I took architecture, I'm fucking done with school. That is too much, but I do remember this one time when I was in architecture school. My friend was doing mechanics. I don't think he went to school for it, but he was doing mechanics at a mechanic shop. And one day I popped my hood and I said, tell me what everything is and how it works. Yep. Yeah, I went there. Poor guy. He was like middle of winter too at night, so we just had a flashlight and he's like pointing at what things are, and I'm just like, I don't know if I retained anything from that, but that's kind of when I realized I think I have mechanic love, taste, love for mechanics. It's definitely a love-hate relationship. And then when we worked on Tyler's Toyota, I definitely knew that I loved mechanics. So I would love to learn more. I'm not like one of those people who like, I know it all because I rebuilt my engine. Like, fuck no. But yeah, there were a lot of things that broke during it. A lot of... Wow, this is gonna be a long video. Yeah. It was a shit show. I'm very proud of what I accomplished. I never thought that I would ever rebuild an engine, and yet I rebuilt my own engine. And that's something that I will always be proud of. But thank you guys for watching this video. I think that's it. Like, why am I leaving it? I feel like I'm leaving it off in such a weird spot, but I'm weird, so. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video of behind the scenes with Sammy B and Solera. I'm really proud of all that I accomplished. She still runs. You're like, start her up, I want to hear. I'll start her up back and say goodbye because it's time to go. And I'm going to barbecue and it's gonna be fun. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Like, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. I'll do another giveaway, but make sure you subscribe. I was supposed to rhyme, but it didn't. Okay, let's start her up. Solara thanks you for all your support. Ah! Oh no, it fell in the ant pile. No! If you guys notice any specific sound that you hear right now with it, please comment below with something that you think is wrong or not wrong, but please help me. Oh, my memory card's almost out. Oh no, my battery's almost dead. Oh shit, okay. Please comment, let me know if you hear anything wrong with my engine or if it sounds good. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Ow! The red ant biting me! There's a video of me drunk singing to cows. So, 1,000 subscribers, let's go, and I'll show you the video.